What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news. And there has been a massive update, in fact 2 updates in the Timo Werner transfer story, because earlier this week reports from German newspaper Sportbild claimed that Bayern Munich and Timo Werner agreed personal terms, but Leipzig said that they haven't spoken to Bayern Munich, basically rubbishing this claim. So what do you think is the truth in this story? And also, do you think that Liverpool should spend a big amount of money on Timo Werner in the summer, considering that Werner might not be necessarily a starter, a first choice striker every week for Liverpool, because Leipzig's CEO Dietrich Mateschitz has issued a warning to both Bayern Munich and Liverpool, saying that Timo Werner will not be cheap. He will be very expensive and he will not be sold for a bargain fee. Timo Werner still hasn't signed a new contract, which means that Leipzig will sell in the summer. Their CEO admitted that if Werner doesn't sign a new contract, they have to sell him, because a club like Leipzig cannot afford to lose Timo Werner, one of their most expensive players, on a free transfer, because his contract is running out next summer. And Werner has been offered a new deal by, of course, Leipzig, but he's stalling on the offer, and he has until the summer to decide whether he signs a new contract or whether he goes to either Bayern Munich or Liverpool, because those are the 2 clubs that are favorites for his signature. And he has been enjoying a very successful season. He's only 22 years old, so he's very young still, and he has 14 goals and 2 assists in 25 matches across all competitions. And also internationally he has been an integral part of the German national team. And should he fail to sign a new contract, the Leipzig CEO has revealed that only lucrative offers will be considered. So the Leipzig CEO was asked about the possibility of Werner being sold when the transfer market reopens by German publication Blick, and he was answering, for sure, Werner will not be cheap. The German star is currently valued at around £50 million, which is about 66 million euros, but not just Bayern and Liverpool are interested in him, but Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Manchester United and even Arsenal are interested in Timo Werner. And the Leipzig boss has insisted that there is no agreement in place between Leipzig and Bayern Munich regarding Timo Werner, and no decision will be made until the summer on his future, opening the door for Liverpool to make a move if they want to. So Ralf Rangnick on Friday said a possible agreement is impossible for 2019 right now. We would have to agree with Bayern on the transfer, but we are not. Nobody has approached us from Bayern Munich. There will not be a case like Leon Goretzka or Robert Lewandowski between us and Timo Werner. It's well documented that both Goretzka and Lewandowski joined Bayern Munich after agreeing a transfer mid-season with, of course, Bayern and Schalke, and Bayern and Dortmund agreed a transfer mid-season, and that really disrupted their clubs. So Leipzig don't want to have a similar situation where Werner is not fully committed to Leipzig, because his mind will also already be on joining Bayern Munich. And Rangnick continues, this option does not exist and we do not need to talk about this scenario. Clubs that want him will report to us in the summer, and then we will find a fair, mutually agreed solution. So that basically opens the door for Liverpool to make a move in the summer if they want to do so. And I think Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp are closely monitoring the situation, because many times the newspapers said that Liverpool are sending scouts to Bundesliga games to watch Timo Werner and potentially other players at Leipzig. Even like their other striker Yusuf Poulsen said that he's a Liverpool fan and one day he wants to play for Liverpool. So I'm sure that Naby Keita has talked to Timo Werner already about Liverpool, because behind the scenes you know that you know, Naby Keita and Werner are friends, and I'm sure that they are texting between each other and having messages about Liverpool, because I'm sure that Timo Werner wants to find out more about Liverpool. Having never played outside of the Bundesliga, he doesn't really know what it's like to play for Liverpool and to play in the Premier League. And Naby Keita himself said in an interview that he will try everything to convince Timo Werner to join Liverpool. So it's going to be very, very interesting what kind of transfer moves Liverpool make in the summer. And I think Liverpool have plenty of money to spend in the summer transfer window, but we will spend it wisely. And if Leipzig really want 50-60 million pounds for Timo Werner, I'm not sure if Liverpool can really afford to spend this amount on a striker who might not be first choice. I'm not seeing a formation where Liverpool are playing with Werner and Firmino as a two-man strike force, but I can see a formation where Werner is playing up front, Firmino behind them, and Salah on the right, Mane on the left. That could work in my opinion, and I think we need a young striker like Timo Werner who can add another 10-15 goals to the strike force, because Liverpool need more goals shared around. We just can't rely on Mane, Firmino and Salah to score all the goals. We need at least one more goal scorer. Of course, I think the ideal solution would be to sign an attacking midfielder who can score 10-15 goals during the season. Somebody like Nabil Fekir, somebody like Bruno Fernandes. It is of course on Jurgen Klopp what he decides to do. So it's going to be very interesting what kind of players, what kind of transfers we will make. But I don't think if we decide not to sign Timo Werner, it will not be because of the lack of funds, because as it was well publicized earlier, Liverpool posted a £125 million profit for the last year, which means that Liverpool have a lot of money, and even Liverpool's executives are saying that Liverpool will have plenty of money to spend in the summer transfer window, because we reached the Champions League final very recently. We are in a very good financial position, so I'm really looking forward to our summer transfer window. And if we want to keep challenging for the Premier League title and the Champions League, we have to keep strengthening, because the other clubs won't stand still. Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, even Tottenham will spend quite a lot of money to strengthen their team. And of course the European giants, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juventus and all the other top clubs will spend a lot of money strengthening their team, and Liverpool have to keep up with these clubs if we want to win the Champions League, if we want to be in the Premier League in the near future. We have to spend and bring in the right kind of players, and I think Timo Werner fits Liverpool's playing style perfectly. He's the kind of player that is similarly likes to play fast-paced attacking football. He's quite good physically and technically, and he is I think a perfect fit for Liverpool's style of play. But of course it will ultimately come down to either what kind of transfer fee Leipzig are asking for, and also how and where Jurgen Klopp sees Timo Werner fitting into the Liverpool philosophy and into the Liverpool starting 11. Because if we spend 50-60 million pounds on Timo Werner, he won't sit on the bench. Let's be real. He will want to start, and we should start him and try to fit him in. And I can see a scenario where Timo Werner starts with Firmino, Mane and Salah, and we go all out against the smaller sides, against the likes of Cardiff, West Brom, Huddersfield or Wolves, Aston Villa, anybody who gets promoted from the Championship, but also the lower tier sides in the Premier League, the Burnleys, the Newcastles, no disrespect to those clubs. And against the top 6 sides, we will go with either Werner or Firmino, depending on what kind of playing style, what kind of tactics Jurgen Klopp wants to implement. So I think this is going to be very interesting to find out who we will bring in the summer. But I think 2 or 3 big players should come in to really push Liverpool forward and to make us even better because I'm sure that Man City will want to improve and the other top clubs as well. Martin Keown, who is an Arsenal legend, was talking about the Everton-Liverpool game, and he said that the Merseyside derby is the most pivotal game in Liverpool's run-in, and he also said that if Liverpool win the Merseyside derby, then Liverpool will be champions, but if they fail to do so, momentum will swing back to Manchester City and they could become champions on the back of that. And he said Everton fans do not want to be reading about Liverpool winning the title, so Everton will do everything in their powers to stop Liverpool from winning that game and winning the title. So Liverpool will have to play this game with their heads, but also matching the heart Everton will put into this fixture. That's what Martin Keown said, and I fully agree with this opinion, and I think that will be a crucial, pivotal game in Liverpool's season. Raheem Sterling said some very interesting things about the former, Liverpool title challenge that he was a part of in 2014. He said, "When I was at Liverpool, I did feel a lot more pressure than when I'm here at City. With match days and the fans, I think that did get to us Liverpool players at the time a little bit. We were in control and we had the opportunities to see it through, but we didn't do that. At Manchester City, we are completely focused on each game and trying to win each game as it comes." I find this very interesting, to say the least, because Raheem Sterling was only 19 years old when he was part of that title challenge, and I don't think Liverpool failed because the pressure got to them. Liverpool were nowhere near good enough to win the title that season. We weren't even favourites to finish in the top 4 before the season began. So to talk about Liverpool like throwing away the title to Manchester City is ridiculous. In 2014 that wasn't the case. Liverpool did an amazing season, ultimately missed out because we were not good enough. I mean, we had some great players: Steven Gerrard, Luis Suarez, Raheem Sterling, Coutinho, Daniel Agger was very good that season, and Skrtel, even Martin Skrtel as well, but the rest of the players weren't good enough at all to win a Premier League title. So I think Raheem Sterling probably says this, so it puts more pressure on Liverpool and makes the Liverpool fans more desperate for the league title, which I don't think it's possible, because Liverpool fans are already desperate enough. And ultimately it will not go down to pressure. I think it will be down to which team will be better for the next 10 games, and whoever collects more points throughout the next 10 games will win the Premier League title. That's my opinion, but let me know what do you think in the comments below, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I try to involve as much information as possible in each video like this. Thanks for watching, see you later guys, goodbye.